My name is Douglas Green. I'm 89 years old, and I've been using this new Ganoderma for 3 months or a little bit longer. I've been quite surprised with it. First of all, I've lost 4 inches on my belt. I've lost over 20 pounds. My mind is much better. I can remember things that I couldn't remember before, and it's helped me a great deal. And the big thing is I don't have the appetite that I used to have. And I'm rather delighted with losing some of the appetite and everything. It makes me feel much better and makes me a little bit lighter. I'll be delighted if I can get out of 200 pounds. I take the Ganoderma, and I recently had a chance to talk to a Chinese physician, and he's not a run-of-the-mill acupuncturist or something like that. He's been head of a hospital. He's taught medicine here in Los Angeles, and he's retired now, but only by a year or so. And he looked the chemical over that comes from the red mushrooms, or the reishi, and has told me that it is one of the greatest things I could have, that I should not change or cut it down, that it is absolutely marvelous, and it's been used as it's been expressed in some of our advertising for 3 or 4 centuries. And only recently has it become so easily reproduced because of advanced technical means. He, as a matter of fact, took some for his stepdaughter, and I was very pleased. Another thing happened. I am a disabled veteran, and so that helps out the first of every month with a little money. It further helps out because of the care I get at the VA hospital. I went to the VA hospital, and one of their things is they check me every month for the amount of blood and the condition of the blood, and they give me Coumadin to keep the blood thin, which is supposed to help me stay healthy. Well, the last time I went in there, they took my blood, and I went in to see the pharmacist who checked my blood and told me that it was too thin. And he asked me, had I been taking extra Coumadin, and I told him no. And he asked me several things, and I told him about my loss of weight and so on, but I did not tell him about the Ganoderma. And he asked me if I changed my diet, and I told him that my diet was more towards the vegetables than it had been, less towards meat and things. But he said that wouldn't make the difference. And so he told me to try cutting the Coumadin down, and if I could find out what was causing this, to please let him know. I didn't tell him anything about what I thought might be doing it. Because I think the first thing he would do would be to say stop. And since I have other assurances that it's doing so well for me, and the Chinese doctors say so, I think I'm just going to stick with it. And so I would thoroughly and sincerely recommend the Gano Cafe and the use of it. And you can't take one cup of the coffee and expect results. I think it was, about 2 weeks before I started noticing any difference in my health. First thing I noticed was I was breathing easier. And then I didn't really pay any attention, but I was pulling my belt up another notch or two before long. And I think it will work this well for anybody who goes into it and tries it with a full intention of losing weight or gaining more brain power or the ability to function better. Just a funny thing, I couldn't remember the names of some of the children that I knew when I was 5 years old. And recently, it just came to me out of a flash. Charlie Fox was a friend that lived in the middle of the next block, and Dorothy Tisdale was my girlfriend. And she lived about the same place. And I remember my uncle asking me how I got all the bees in the jar. I told him, I'll put it in there, damn it, Fred. So it takes you a long ways, and I hope that if you try this, you will experience the same results that I have. Thank you.